South Carolina hands Vanderbilt a loss 28-7, folks. I told you South Carolina is for real. I don't know why Vandy was ranked and why South Carolina was not, but the Gamecocks mean business and they get a big road win in the SEC. And I got to tell you, Shane Beamer, he took notice to what everyone was saying this week. And then in his post-game presser, you've got to listen to his comments regarding, one, people not taking them seriously, and also not allowing Sir Big Spur, the mascot, to travel. Let's run the clip.
It's a mark of a really good team, which we are. The people that do the rankings don't think we're worth a crap, and that's fine. Keep crapping on us. That's the way we like it as well. Don't rank us this week. We're good where we are. We just like to just lay low and work really, really hard and come out and have fun on Saturdays as well. I promised Sir Big Spur I would do this. I'm disappointed that Sir Big Spur's not here. I think it's ridiculous that this is the only place apparently in the SEC that doesn't allow live mascots in the stadium, and that's what makes this league special, is the fact that LSU can have a freaking tiger at their stadium tonight, but we can't bring Sir Big Spur. So Sir Big Spur came over and gave us a send-off before we left the facility yesterday, and I told them I would say hello to Sir Big Spur in the press conference, so we miss you guys. Come on, Vandy, do better.
Can you believe that? So LSU can have a real live tiger on the sideline, but the Gamecocks cannot bring Sir Big Spur. I also wonder, how does he travel? How do they travel and bring him? Just generally curious. But enough about that. We are here to talk about the Gamecocks being a for-real football team. They are 4-3 in the SEC. They'll close out their SEC slate this weekend against Missouri. Missouri is 3-2. Gamecocks are 6-3 overall. This team is for real. And yes, if you look at the ACC top-down right now standings, you have Texas A&M 5-1, the number one team in the conference. South Carolina knocked off. Texas at 4-1, Georgia at 5-2. Alabama 4-2, Ole Miss 4-2, LSU 3-2, and Missouri 3-2, and the Gamecocks at 4-3. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams in front of them. South Carolina has beat one of those teams, played competitively against two of those, should have won one of them, probably both, and then a bad loss to Ole Miss. They technically could jump Missouri, not technically could, but they would jump Missouri if they win. They would finish at 5-3. And so then the question is going to be, how do they finish down the stretch? And is there an opportunity for them to get into the playoff? And I will tell you, I'm sure, I don't know how the full standings are going to shake out, but there's no doubt this team should be ranked, and not just top 25. They should be in the top 20. They have proven over the last few weeks they are one of the best teams in the country. And if this is about finding the best teams that are playing the best football right now, South Carolina is one of those teams, hands down. They're going to need some help. One, they've got to take care of their own business. They got to win out, beat Missouri, beat Wofford, hope that Clemson continues to win, and then handedly beat a Clemson team in the ACC that could potentially be playing for an ACC championship. And if Clemson has the chips fall their way and they are playing for an ACC championship, or will be, because regardless of outcome of South Carolina, Clemson will be going to that. They'll be going to the ACC championship if they are in the driver's seat there. You would have South Carolina knocking off a potential playoff team right there. And that's not to say that Clemson would win if they get to the ACC championship, but it'd probably be close. We know how Clemson has fared in the ACC over the last, 8, 9, 10 years between them and Florida State. So I think it's a serious conversation that needs to be had. Now, they personally cannot have this conversation, and fans of South Carolina probably want to pump the brakes, and I get it. As a fan of North Carolina football, we've always been about hype these last few years with Drake May, and then sputtered, starting out 6-0, losing, falling apart, talking about playoffs or potential, and it's not there. But I will say, as an outsider that's, I spend half my time rooting for South Carolina, or more of it than that, with my family following the Gamecocks. So for me, this is big, man. And it shows the foundation that Beamer is building here in South Carolina. The defense is outstanding. they've got something special. And I fully believe that. They're able to play with the big boys. They're able to play with the folks in the SEC. And let's be real, folks. If South Carolina was in the ACC, they would easily, hands down, be in first. You look at SMU that just transferred in and is now number one in the conference, folks. That should tell you, I'm an ACC guy. That should tell you just how weak this conference is. But hats off to the Gamecocks. Good win against Vanderbilt. We got the Battle of the Columbias coming up this weekend. And I appreciate Gamecocks fans that are tuning in because there's been a lot of you. So I'll continue to make Gamecocks content as long as y'all want to tune in. Until next time, that's CD.